We're cooking it up in here. Look at that. It is wonderful. Oh, they're so pretty. Ooh, looks scrumptious. Hey everybody, I'm Vera Stewart and welcome to the VeryVera Show. You know, it's that time of year. Every year about this time I start to lose my voice, but I certainly haven't lost my energy and my excitement for where we are today. We're at Striplings Store. We're in Perry, Georgia, and we're celebrating today with owner Lisa Harden and the rest of her family on getting ready for the holidays and why it's fun to do business with a small business. So today we're going to learn a little bit about the history of the company. We're going to celebrate in the butcher shop with what created this idea in the first place. And I'm going to make 2 recipes with things that I ordered through their mail order department. We're going to also find out what is in store here for the holiday season. Very unique gifts that you might want to take advantage of. So we've got a lot to do. Let's go meet up with Lisa, learn more about how their family got involved in this business. All right, everybody, I'm so excited to introduce Lisa Harden, and she is the wife of Ricky Harden, who actually saved the family business because it was on your property, and I mean, you're going to tell us more about that, and certainly I want to apologize. This time of year, I always lose my voice, but as I said, I don't lose my enthusiasm, and you know, this whole thing really got started in 1964, and I was doing a little bit of research. You probably do this sometimes too. In 1964, the #1 girl's name was Lisa. And you say, well, that's not my birth year. The #1 song was I Want to Hold Your Hand by the Beatles. You remember that?
That doesn't
Lisa?
surprise me.
And we were just crying, screaming for the Beatles. And a loaf of bread was 21 cents. So I don't think...
Those days are gone.
Yeah, those days are over. But we are so happy to be here in your store. Everything looks amazing. And I'd love for you to tell our viewers how Ricky got hold of all of this and a little bit about the journey.
Okay, be glad to, and thank you, Vera, for having us today. My husband was a farmer, and his uncle actually started the sausage kitchen.
Right.
That's what it was called, because he always served biscuits and sausage to his friends in the mornings, and he ventured out and built a store on the family farm. Unfortunately, he became ill, and that's when our family took it over. And we've just been so thrilled to be able to carry that tradition on.
Well, you know, the sausage kitchen, from what I understand, he would actually he was so passionate about sausage that he would make these and just give them to the guys.
Absolutely, absolutely. And he played and fiddled with a recipe over and over until he got it just right.
And that's the same recipe.
It's the same recipe.
That's one of the things I love so much about, you know, all of this. And this has become a true family business for you.
Yes, it is. My husband and I have been working in this business for 40 years. And both of our daughters have come back from college and working with us.
Ashley and Lindsay.
Ashley and Lindsay.
Okay.
And Clint, a son-in-law, Ashley's husband, Clint. So we're very blessed that they're still interested and want to carry on the tradition.
Well, and the tradition, I love that part of this because, you know, we're both so traditionally focused in small business. When you think about the Striplings experience, what you're hoping that someone that's never been, that's maybe getting off of I-75, that's coming in the store, you know, what do you want them to walk away with?
I really want them to walk away with the idea that we care about our customers, that they come in and they can appreciate that it's a clean store, that we only have the freshest meats. We make our sausage several times a week. So
and
that
you can smell it.
And you can smell it when you walk in. We keep it on the roller.
Yeah.
And just that, you know, it's a good place to stop and make it your, you know, traditional stop going to the ball games or
Well, you know, last night I was in the store doing a book signing, and it was just so much fun to watch people walk in. You could tell they were picking up something to put on the grill, or they were picking up something that was already prepared to have for dinner, and it was just, the door was just opening and closing. And I love the fact that it's small enough that you can pop in and get something quick. But I think the thing that keeps people coming back is there's always something new.
Absolutely.
You know, you're always researching new products, and you know, every time I've been in, there's something else that you know is being done here. So, in terms of you know what the future looks like for Striplings, what are some of the things that are on the horizon right now?
Well, we've just opened a couple of franchises and got another one planned to open before the end of the year, we hope, and some other interest around the state. So that's been really exciting for us. It's given us an opportunity to share our ideas and our model with other people. It made our name out there even more known.
Oh, absolutely. And I think this is where the daughters have come in and said, we're going to take it to the next level. So we've got a lot more to do. We're going to do some holiday shopping in just a minute. Then we'll go into the butcher shop and meet Clint. So y'all come back with us in just a few minutes. Thanks,
Thank
Lisa.
you, Vera. Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. And if you're just joining me, I'm at Striplings General Store. I'm in Perry, Georgia. And we met Lisa earlier, and this is her daughter, Ashley Goss. And we are so happy to be here.
Thank you. Thanks for being here. We're excited.
And it's just last night we had the best time at the book signing. I even had a friend from high school and college that came by. Just loved meeting people from Perry and just had a wonderful time. But we are so excited about all of the things that you have in the store for the holidays. And I thought maybe you could share a little bit with us about some of the unusual products that you've got in your store right now for the holidays.
Yes, so although we're known for our meats, and that's always been our specialty, we have really worked hard most recently to bring in a lot more gift items. So it's, you can come in and you can shop, and we have everything to do a tablescape all the way to the food that you're going to prepare that night. And so we're really excited about the items that we've brought in. We have a new buyer that's been working with us, and she's done a great job merchandising and putting together all of our items, and the store's just filled with Christmas.
Well, you know, Lisa and I were talking about it earlier. I think people certainly expect the traditional things that you've come to be known for in the store, but I think what makes it so different is that with every occasion, you can expect, it's kind of like the teacher in elementary school that changed the bulletin board every month.
Yes.
You're changing the bulletin board in
That's
here.
right.
You know, from the Christmas tree and all the decorations. I love the little bird houses that have all of the different things. You know, I don't know, for sure the audience is with me on this. What do you give the person that has everything? Something that they, you know, are going to be very surprised to get. And I'm always looking for new and better ideas. You know, Ashley, recently we did a show on charcuterie, and that's such a big thing. And when I came to your Brunswick location for the grand opening, met the governor, did all that, I did a video of two of your aisles in that store. One of them was the barbecue sauce, and the other one was everything imaginable that you could put on charcuterie. So I love this Hester and Cook paper, and you had an idea about how to use that with charcuterie.
Yes, so we sell a whole line of cheese boards as well as the table runners, and we also have napkins and placemats and all of that by Hester and Cook. It's just a beautiful line we have for every season, but we also have every day in the stores as well.
Well, and you know, the things to complement the table, I think is another thing as far as, you know, I said earlier that going grocery shopping is not my favorite thing, but you have made that experience so unique here because there is that little thing that maybe you can put as a favor for the children.
That's right.
And you know, this time of year when you're probably doing a child's table and an adult table, you've got a lot of different things.
We do.
For those folks that maybe aren't traveling where your different stores are located, and we're showing some of the different locations right now on the screen, but one of the things that we would love to point out is your mail order department. So tell us a little bit about what someone could actually purchase through your shopping cart.
All of our items that are proprietary to our store, so our pickles, jams, jellies, syrups, sauces, of course our famous sausage and beef jerky, all of those items are available online. We do from time to time put on additional gift items, but they're very limited. It is primarily the food items.
Well, and recently I did. In fact, I'm going to be with Clint, your husband, in a few minutes to talk about the butcher shop, and we're going to make one of the recipes out of the book. But we ordered all the food that went into the recipes.
Yes.
And as a veteran of the mail order business, I'm very, very interested in how people package.
Yes.
Not only was the box in perfect condition, but everything inside was still cold, still in perfect condition. So I certainly suggest that you go to their website. If you're looking for that unusual gift for somebody, the sausage and the other things that are proprietary to their brand are great gift ideas. So we're gonna go meet Clint.
Yes.
We're gonna make a recipe together. And so come back with us after the break. Ashley, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Vera's Corner is sponsored by TaxSlayer. It's your refund, go get it. Sub-Zero Wolf & Cove, the premium leading refrigeration, cooking, and dishwashing company, has launched a full suite of new appliances. Let's take a look. First, let's peek at Sub-Zero Designer Series under-counter refrigeration. This diverse collection offers luxurious convenience and unmatched style while precisely preserving food, wine, and beverages. Professional heritage, iconic aesthetics, and innovative performance unite in Wolf's boldest and entirely revamped cooking package, the Wolf Dual Fuel Range. Its durable construction and intuitive features ensure every home chef can enjoy predictably delicious results for decades. Providing a sleek alternative to the professional style range, the Wolf Induction Range offers the historic and unparalleled performance of Wolf, including Wi-Fi capabilities and chef-tested cooking modes in a modern shell. And finally, the Wolf E-Series built-in oven offers enhanced cooking performance inside and cleaner, design-friendly aesthetics outside. To experience these new appliances in person, visit your local Sub-Zero Wolf & Cove showroom. Welcome back, everybody, and I'm very excited to introduce you to Clint Goss, Ashley's husband, who I was just with, UGA graduate, so we've been talking about football a little bit during the break. So I'm glad to be here, and certainly it's wonderful that you are also so involved in the family business.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I came on board in 2005 and moved to Moultrie and started overseeing our federal processing plant where all our product is made and distributed from. So it's where all our yummy sausage recipes start from, and so I oversee the manufacturing and distribution of all our products.
Well, I understand the recipe has not changed in all these years.
It has not. It's the same recipe that Uncle James Stripling used in 1964. The only thing that has changed is we have bigger equipment, more people, and more hogs.
Oh my goodness. Well, and the process in general, the slaughtering all the way down to getting the sausage made. Can you kind of walk us through that?
Yes, ma'am. We really feel that's what sets us apart from most manufacturers out there is we actually still control it from the ground up. We have local farmers around the Moultrie, Tifton area that raise all the hogs to our specifications. We have our own in-house slaughterhouse that the hogs are processed and then made into sausage within hours.
Gosh, that's what is so unusual.
Yes, and that whole hog hot meat sausage is really what sets us apart. It allows us to get a much finer texture to our sausage, and then that color really holds. For a much longer period of time.
Well, this morning when we were setting up and getting ready for everything, I mean, the door was just flying off the hinges with people coming in to get their sausage biscuit. And, you know, it goes back to the early days when those were just given away to the people that came in the store. And, you know, that's part of the tradition here.
Yes, ma'am.
But I think for me and for our viewers, you know, when you're going down I-75 and you see the sign to stop at Striplings, you know, you think when you pull up that you've come to, you know, to get gas. It looks, you know, about the size of a convenience store.
Ma'am.
You walk in and immediately you're like, well, where am I? Because this looks like a retail store. But then you walk a little bit further to the back and here's this meat case.
That's right.
Butcher shop that is amazing. So kind of walk us through what some of your favorites are and other meats.
The staple of our store has always been our sausage. I mean, when you come in the front door, of course, it does draw your attention to the meat market that's the center. And as you come down the aisles, everything draws you toward the meat market. And of course, front and center is going to be our sausage. We carry it in a bulk, which you use for patties, a fresh link and a smoked link. But then outside of that, we also do the pork cuts, which come from our own hogs, and we do have to supplement because you only have so many. But as all our fresh cuts of pork chops, our smoked pork chops are very, very popular.
Oh, people were buying those last night at the cookbook signing.
And then our bacon. We're very well known for our sliced bacon, which you can get with the rind on and rind off.
Oh, wow.
And then, of course, next staple is our beef. Everything is certified Angus beef. We've moved over to that probably about 6 to 8 years ago, and it's just a staple of our business, and that's what people have come to know us for, is our sausage and meats.
Well, we were joking a minute ago, like if you were getting off the interstate to put gas in your car and you walk in and you find this meat department, I was thinking, Kylie, I wish I had a cooler. And you said, well, we got those too.
We'll sell the coolers.
They have everything you need. Well, speaking to the sausage, I really wanted to make something. They sell the cookbook here.
Yes, ma'am.
And one of our recipes that everybody loves so much is the breakfast casserole.
That's right.
So we decided to use your sausage and your hoop cheese that we actually ordered online that came to our office there in Augusta, and we made it. So I wanted to walk you through the steps of this recipe. It's just really delicious. So you start with like day-old bread, and I love to use the really chunky. I don't even cut the crust off. And then we cook the sausage, and that sausage smelled so good. And then once you've done that, you're going to put a little bit of butter in the pan, and then you're going to start layering it. You're going to put the cooked sausage on top, then it uses eggs and half, a little bit of dry mustard, mix that together really well. Kind of is like a strata. But we did a little bit something different. Clint, I'm known for the twist on my recipes. So we also have a recipe in the book for creamed spinach. So we thought that would really make a nice twist to this casserole. So we did the creamed spinach to put on top of it. It bakes up, it's really fluffy. So I want you to try that with your sausage and do that. So Clint, thank you so much for the information. Remember, you can order this stuff online and come back with us after the break. We're gonna make another recipe and kind of finalize more information about striplings.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody, and I hope you have enjoyed this experience as much as I have today. Striplings General Store, around since 1964, and as I've been saying, it looks like a convenience store from the outside, but the proof is in the pudding when you walk through the door. The aromas in here are fantastic. It is actually a retail store. In fact, I said today, if you cannot find it at Striplings, then you don't need it. And anything that you can imagine, from a hostess gift, if you've been invited to a dinner party, to all of the things that you would find in a convenience store. The most exciting part to me is the butcher shop. Meeting the family today and getting to know Lisa better, Ashley, her husband Clint, and seeing the passion in this family has been so exciting. We have loved this partnership with Striplings, and the fact that we are dealing with a small business and watching them grow is actually reminiscent of how I feel that it's been part of our business over the last 37 years. So one of the things that I ordered along with the sausage and the hoop cheese when we did the recipe earlier, I ordered their Brunswick stew. When you think about all of the different parts of the meat department that aren't being utilized to sell in the meat case, this is where they came up with the idea of the Brunswick stew recipe. It is so delicious. Came to us frozen in the cooler. We've just really enjoyed it. But I wanted to put another recipe with that from the cookbook that they sell here that maybe y'all have not tried yet out of the cookbook. So I'm going to walk you through the steps of the 4-cheese quiche as an accompaniment to that Brunswick stew. Okay, the first thing I want to suggest is that you always start with the Pillsbury brand pie crust that you can roll out. I really love this brand because it is very reminiscent of a homemade pie crust. And I've prepared my pie plate, and I'm just going to roll this pie crust into the pie plate. Preheat your oven to 350. Once you've got the crust in the plate, you want to crimp the edges of the pie crust, get it to where you want it, and then take your fork and prick the bottom of the crust and the sides. Bake that crust for about 10 minutes. Now, the name of this quiche is 4-cheese. So there are 3 cheeses that you're gonna grate: Swiss, cheddar, and mozzarella. And then you're gonna just layer those into your baked pie shell. Once you've done that in a large bowl, whisk together eggs, the 4th cheese, which is ricotta, heavy cream, salt and pepper to taste, and then you're just going to pour that over your prepared shell. Put that into a 350-degree oven for 15 minutes, and then once the timer is gone off, turn the oven down to 275 and bake in it for an additional 25 minutes. This, along with the Brunswick stew, is a great wintertime supper. But the best part about this quiche, and was something that we did in our cafe, is that once you've got some of this left over and you've kept it in the refrigerator, slice it, heat it in the microwave. It just makes that quiche just puff right back up. So I hope that you've enjoyed this experience today. We have loved introducing you to Striplings. And you know, what I always say on the VeryVera show is no matter what you do it in good taste. I hope your mouths are watering. Go to that website for Striplings, pick out some of those good sausages, and come back with me again next week. For more of my recipes, visit our website to order the cookbook.